Devon Larratt has accused Vitaly Laletin of accepting a $10,000 bribe from Engin Terzi to not show up in USA and arm wrestle Devon. In this video, we will discuss Vitaly's response to this accusation, and even more importantly, I have got Engin Terzi's response to this accusation. But before that, let's see how Vitaly is preparing for his speed attack against Devon and Devon's reaction to that. So finally, Devon has embraced this meme about him where he's crying, he's legit scared of Vitaly Laletin, and it is funny. In the East versus West interview, Devon asked Vitaly about the rule changes, whether he also thinks that the rule changes are to favor him. And Vitaly clearly said that he doesn't think so. The rule changes are the same for everyone, so how can they favor Devon? And it makes sense too, because the rules were implemented, the changes were implemented in their left arm match too, and Vitaly won that dominantly. So if you are strong enough, you will win, regardless of the rules. What we need to focus more on is strict refereeing, less mistakes in the refereeing. Whether Vitaly wins or loses this match, he's almost guaranteed to have a match against Devon. So I think unless he gets completely destroyed by Devon 4-0, where even the first round doesn't last for more than, let's say, 10 seconds, he will get the Devon Saginashvili match if he doesn't get injured in this Devon match. But for Devon, it is a must-win situation. I am coming for victory and nothing short of it. This is no game to me. The win is everything. I must achieve victory in Germany. It's probably the best prep of my entire career. And now let's listen to the accusation by Devon.
I've heard many things, and I've talked to many people. So I just love when I just understand everything. So Vitaly, you are 100% denying that you did not accept the $10,000 bribe from Engin not to pull me. You are denying that.
So Devon said that people who know the inside stuff, who are involved in these things, who are directly involved in some conversations, they are telling him that either it was a bribe from Engin or a reimbursement of some kind for Vitaly to not show up in USA, in Colorado, for the Brian Shaw event to arm wrestle Devon Larratt. Vitaly said that he has also heard this story before, but it is not true. He was never offered any money. He didn't accept any money under any conditions. He simply didn't travel to USA because the organization didn't accept his conditions and he wasn't ready to accept the organization's conditions. It was as simple as that. But I would have loved to hear what those conditions were. Vitaly also said that they told me that I was not prepared and Kurdecha would pull me instead of Devon. This does not make sense because all of these talks happened behind the camera. Why? We as fans, as paying customers, need to know about these things. Either just don't talk about them or let us know about the full picture instead of blame games. Devon and the organization was blaming Vitaly for not applying for visa, and Vitaly has a completely different story, even now, months later. Vitaly said, "Why would I deny the match against you if I'm ready to pull you anytime? The conditions weren't perfect for me. That's why I didn't accept that. I would pull you anytime." My question, my confusion is, why would Engin Terzi do that? What's in it for him? Is he so rich that he has $10,000 lying around his home just to waste like that? Just to satisfy his ego? I don't think so. He sold East versus West for less than $1 million. So yes, he's kind of rich, but not that rich that he can be throwing around $10,000 for no reason at all. And I would say that Devon Larratt should be a little bit more, I don't want to say the word careful, but more strategic about putting these accusations on someone if he's not willing to back them up with some proof online if the fans ask that. Because this is a very serious accusation. And I said the same thing about the fans complaining that Artur Makarov was paid by Engin Terzi to lose. That was also a very serious accusation. If you believe that the guy is intentionally losing, he's taking money, that is match fixing. That is a disgrace to the sport. So don't say that unless you are 100% sure. And if you are 100% sure, then ask the organizations to ban Artur Makarov. If you're not sure, then don't talk about it. The same thing can be applied here too. Unless you are completely sure that Vitaly accepted a $10,000 bribe, don't talk about it. Without any proof, you have no right to say that. I mean, you have the right to say anything you want, but it's not the best thing to say. So finally, coming to Engin Terzi's response. Unfortunately, he didn't say much about it when I asked him, but he did say 3 words. It's not true. I didn't ask him for any further clarification because these 3 words kind of explain everything that he wanted to say or everything that we wanted to know. So my guess on this situation is maybe Engin Terzi could have advised Vitaly to not go there. The conditions are not going to be favorable to him. They're probably going to gang up against him or something like that. If he was getting just $10,000 for the Devon Larratt match, I'm not sure if it was the right arm match or the left arm match. Maybe Engin could have said that I was paying you more than that when you were arm wrestling under me or something like that. These are just assumptions. But I don't think Vitaly accepted a bribe like that. And yeah, since we were talking about Vitaly not applying for visa, he has stopped training completely and he'll be resting, kind of resting for the next 9 days. And he hasn't gotten his visa yet. His travel is planned, but he does not have the visa yet.
Hello everyone, friends. Today is my final training session. I'm training lightly, and finally, I'll be resting before the fight to fully recover. I'll be resting for 10 days, just as I planned. I always do it this way. I always rest for this long. And on Saturday, we start moving forward. First, we fly to Almaty, then from Almaty to Istanbul, from Istanbul to Switzerland, and from Switzerland to Cologne. The only thing is, I still don't have my visa yet. It hasn't arrived, but I hope it will come tomorrow or the day after, and everything will be fine. Wishing everyone great days, a wonderful weekend, and a good mood.
Use code Pradeep to purchase the East vs West 23 pay-per-view. I'll see you again.